Hey guys, welcome back to Economics and Comics. This is your top 10 new comics to buy November 16th. This is a great video. It'll be a lot of fun, plus it's a giveaway, so stay tuned. Okay guys, let's get right to business. Man, there were so many books for me to read this week. I just got done. Took me about 7 hours. I almost tapped out. But what's interesting is by reading these books, my mind is starting to change on things. I mean, yeah, I'll point out the keys, but some of these books are starting to become really good reads. So, I mean, I've got a 50-50 audience here. 50 want the keys, 50 want the reads. So I'm going to give it all to you. I would like to say, though, if you're new to the channel and you like this stuff, please subscribe. Comment something and you could win the prize next week. We do have a giveaway tonight at the end. And enter in. We're closing in on 13K. I'd like to get there before Christmas. That would be sweet. But let's get right to it. Oh man. Let's start with just covers, okay? Some cool cover buys for this coming up week, Wednesday. Batman Superman World's Finest, number 9, cover C, the 90s cover, Kyle Hotsey looking. Probably the best cover of the week is the Catwoman 49, Soza Makai variant cover, beautiful. DC vs. Vampires All Out War number 5, cover B by Lyrics Lee. GCPD The Blue Wall number 2, cover B, the old Joker with the fish is beautiful. Gambit number 5, the Daughterman cover with all the different Gambits. Immortal X-Men number 8, the regular cover. There's a bunch of Sheena covers that are really good this week, but I like number 10, cover D by Besh. Something to look out for here. I Hate Fairyland number 1, cover E by Artgerm. There's some controversy here on who created this cover, and I'm honestly surprised that they're going to release it. I still don't know. I don't have it yet. But if they do, that cover could be hot, the Artgerm. And Cradle of Filth number 5, cover A. That's most of the pretty cool covers this week. All right, let's talk about some other stuff before we get into the top 10. A lot of these books could have made it, but trust me, I'll break it down for you really nicely. First of all, She Bites number 2 finally came out. This book has been pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. So I got to send a lot of orders out. It came out. It's pretty funny. It's still pretty good. So I'm liking it. Iron Man number 25. This is a celebration 650th issue. There's a couple stories in here, but at the end there's a future story. And it's very short. But it's a possible cameo here. They're the victims are not victims, but the people that die, because of Iron Man, their family members are going to probably hunt him later in the future. This is like a future thing. And I don't know who that is right there, but it could be a cameo of somebody. Just saying. I don't know how important it is. But besides that, the issue is just kind of a celebrational issue for Iron Man 650. All right. Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings. Number 5, they're doing like this battle for the rings where he's going level to level, like the old Bruce Lee movie. And you meet Jinza, Meza, and Neza. And basically they're like ancient folklore god stuff in Chinese culture. And I'm pretty sure it's the first appearance of them in a comic book, but they already exist in like mythological stuff. Okay. Star Wars Dr. Aphra 26 is a good read. I think it's going to tie into Hidden Empire. I'm not sure yet. Okay. Something is Killing the Children. Number 26. This is the Myers Boom Guarantee cover. Number 25 was really good. And we've waited a couple months. Now it's number 26. So it should be a pretty good read. I don't have it yet. And Invader Zim Oni 25th Anniversary Edition came out too. Number 1. All right. Stargirl number 1. Okay. This book connects to the new 13 or the new Golden Age characters that were talked about in Flashpoint. I didn't see the so-called bad guy. It follows a couple stories of like the sidekicks or old characters from Justice Society. But at the very end, one of the dudes is on a boat and he becomes young again, right? And it says, "You shouldn't have come here, Mr. Dunbar." And that's it. There's nobody there. So I think maybe in issue 2 will be the childminder character they're talking about. I don't recall seeing that character in this book. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I really did take a look. Okay, we're almost to the top 10. Dark Crisis World Without Justice Society, Batman #1. So because of the events going on right now and everything else, Pariah sent all these dudes, or each Justice Society member, like they're not there, into different worlds. Batman's in his own world, and there's this character called the Architect, and a character called Knight. And basically, what happened is Alfred split them both in this dream world or universe. It's Bruce Wayne, but one is the Knight character and one is the Architect. It's it's not confusing, but it didn't make the top 10. Okay. Okay. Also, a couple new books that we've been waiting on forever. Chroma #1 is coming out. Imprisoned in a tower within the walls of Pale City, Chroma is believed to be the most evil creature alive. But a chance meeting with the mysterious orphan Zet creates an opportunity for Chroma to escape her cruel. That is, if they can survive the strange dangers within the city walls and the monster threats that lie beyond. So, that's a new book coming out. A lot of people got it. And I really think this next book's probably going to be hot. But since I can't read it, it didn't make my top 10, but I think it's going to be hot. Rogue State #1. What if a contested presidential election plunged America into turmoil? What if political violence consumed the streets? There's a lot of stuff going on, kind of like January 6th or whatever. The like farthest in we could go with that event, I think they're trying to make into a comic book, which in my mind could turn into some sort of multiversal world movie or show. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. But I do think that book's going to be hot just because of everything in politics right now, even though I'm sick of all of it. Okay. Top 10. And remember, guys, to subscribe and comment, and you can win next week's prize, okay? And we're on the road to 13K. Let's start with number 10. Wakanda #2. This is the variant cover. There's a first appearance of a character in it called LaCroix. I mean, I don't know how big of a deal it is. And there is in the back end, there's a little origin story of the first Black Panther, I believe. But I'll show you this character. And he leads like a rebellion or something. Something's like captured on video or something. And like, I don't know, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Now, this could have gone higher, but at number 9, we have She-Hulk. Number 8, the NetTease cover. I love that Howard the Duck cover. It's one of the better covers this week. And in this book, the entire story is about April and Mark Booth. They're a couple that wanted to be Hulks, which I think they teased Green in number 7, the husband. Now, I haven't been reading it that much. I don't know if it's a first appearance of none of the characters as themselves, but they try to figure out how to become Hulk, and they like steal blood and they do all that stuff, and they become Hulks. But the husband can't control his stuff, and the wife can. It's very interesting. It's an origin story. It's a key, and the cover is sick. Okay, love that cover. All right, next. Number 8 is Batman One Day, Mr. Freeze. It's a good story. It's like a holiday story. If you remember Batman One Bad Day Penguin, you know, if you read that, he tried to get his empire back, right? And he's like apologizing to everyone. In this one, it's Batman and Robin trying to help Mr. Freeze. They think he has a chance, Dr. Freeze, to not be bad. So they try to help him with his wife and stuff. and some things happen. It's a decent read, guys. I liked it. All right, number 7, Batman Superman World's Finest, number 9. Great cover. There's some other good covers, but I showed you the other one, the cover buys. Dude, Boy Thunder is Superman's. They're still trying to train him, and he's dealing with anger and fear, right? And he goes too far a lot, and they keep trying to stop him. At the end, the Joker gets a hold of him because he loves sidekicks, and he talks and gasses them. This book, I am enjoying this World's Finest run, guys. I can't wait to see what happens next. All right. Number 6 is Nightwing, number 98. First appearance of Nightmite. And it's a funny read. That's it. First appearance. Funny read. All right. Number 5. This was my number 1 pick in my FOC video a month ago. But it went to number 5. Only because there's some really good reads. Still, this is a really good read. We already know his first appearance happened in Spider-Man, okay? But this is all about his he is tired of being a goblin. He's trying to be a hero, and everyone's like, you're a god. He called Gold Goblin. Every time he hears goblin, he gets upset. He's dealing with some like mental issues, right? He's on his way back to the bad. But he keeps thinking of Gwen snapping her neck over and over. It's twisted, and it's a good read. All right? Number 4. This was tough. I wanted to put it better. Murder World Avengers number 1. I had my doubts about this book. But you guys, it is pretty good. That's the first appearance of Paul Pastor, who ends up being a mutant, okay? I'm kind of spoiling it, but I don't want to spoil the story because it's really funny. It gets to be really funny. Just think Squid Games, okay? This run with Arcade and these Murder Worlds are going to be good, okay? They're going to be good. But this was pretty funny, all right? That was number 4. All right, number 3. I didn't know at the time, and I should have realized, but Captain America Winter Soldier Special number 1. Now, after this, it'll continue back in the Sentinel of Liberty stories with the Outer Circle and all that stuff going on. But in the last issue of Captain America Sentinel or whatever, Bucky becomes the new Revolution, okay? And in the Outer Circle, this tells you everything about the Outer Circle and what it is. It goes back to 1922, 100 years ago. And it tells you throughout all the years what happens. There's 4 different Outer Circle people, kind of like the table in John Wick, right? Or under the table or over the table or whatever. Same thing, and what their origins are and what they're doing and what his part's going to be now as the new Revolution. Really good read, guys. Really good. That's why it got to where it got. Let's do the giveaway real quick, and we'll do number 2 and number 1. All you got to do, again, is subscribe and comment, and you could win. The winner today is Lee Rogers. Now, Lee, I'm going to give you this Joker Nakayama foil cover. And, of course, you live out here. I want to say, you guys, you should all thank Lee. Because he comes over, he helps me out a lot. He does a lot of pressing for me. Sometimes our books get damaged and they don't replace them and stuff. And he'll press them out and fix them for you guys. He's a real good brother of mine. And congratulations, Lee. There you go. All right. Now, number 2 and number 1. Here we go. Number 2, I didn't think so, but I read it. Blade Vampire Nation number 1. I love that cover. Okay. I am not going to spoil this book for you because I think you're going to really enjoy it. So pick one up. I will tell you that Blade is like the sheriff of the whole Vampire Nation, whatever. And it reads like Batman. It was really good. He's really smart like Batman in regards to outthinking things and solving cases and stuff. I predict this is going to be a really good run. Pick one up, okay? And number 1 was shocking to me this week. Star Wars Hidden Empire number 1, okay? There is a weapon called the Fermata Cage, which I believe is the first appearance of it in here. Yeah, it's a weapon, okay? and all the other Star Wars things, with Crimson Dawn and all these other books all tie into this. Now, the Fermata Cage is a weapon that gets powered by the dark side. So, the idea is to use it against Darth Sidious. So all the Jedi or Sith and Jedi, whatever, get together and they use their power on this thing. Now, what is said in this book is that it hints at it bringing back a super old Sith Lord. And there only can be one, right? So it didn't happen yet, but they did power it up once. And to battle Darth Sidious. So, I think this book has going to be really good. You get to see the Fermata Cage in it. And I don't know. I got to tell you, there were some good reads, guys. Star Wars, Blade, Cap, Murder, Gold, Goblin. I mean, it was all day good reads. I mean, shit, I read like 40 comics. I hope you appreciate this video as much as I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I do it for you. By the way, pre-orders are due for DC tonight. And there are some good books tonight. Pre-orders, if you haven't already gone to economicsandcomics.com, you go check it out. You can use code ECON on anything. Everything else, pre-order-wise, ends Monday night. And Image Comics dropped a crap load of Spawn variants on different titles, like Walking Dead and all that. It's kind of a surprise drop on Friday, which was very late. So if you're a collector of that type of stuff and other types of variants and stuff like that, go check it out. But again, thanks so much for watching. If you want to watch my top 10 pre-order video next, go for it. It'll kind of update you on everything. And we'll see you later.